So I first came across your name after the war started, after the October 7th attack, and it seems like you were somewhat critical, or I don't want to say against, but you had alternative perspective on what should happen in Gaza. Can you please elaborate for the audience on exactly what transpired?
Yes, so in the beginning of the war, everything went just fine. I felt very good about the way the IDF is fighting. But after, I think, month and a half, 6, 7 weeks, I and others, we understood that if we keep going in this method of fighting, that based on deterrence and not about decisiveness, we won't defeat Hamas. We won't eliminate Hamas. I will explain. First of all, in the beginning of the war, we decided we want to evacuate all the population in the northern part of Gaza, northern to the Netzarim corridor. But unfortunately, more than 300,000 people stayed there, and we didn't evacuate them. And then when we tried to fight, in Jabalia, in Bet Lahia, Bet Hanun, everywhere, so they had like shelters, we call it the shelters. So you come to school or something like this, and you have more than 10,000 people, and you know that the terrorists are within them, but you can't fight them. You cannot use fire, you cannot use air force, and they had like islands in the area that it's like, it was safe, it was a heaven for terrorists.
And soldiers actually got shot and were killed out of UN schools.
Yes, of course. And then we came to the chief of staff and we spoke with him. We told him, in this kind of raids that you're trying to do, we won't win. We have to change the way of fighting. And he listened to us, but after we saw that nothing's changed. And I met with the General Giora Island, his major general, and we built an alternative plan. We call it the general's plan.